What's something obvious for everyone, but you only just realized? 1. I didn't know my mom had a name until in first grade the teacher asked us what our mother's name was. Everyone answered but me. I never realized my mom had a name. I questioned my entire existence. I went to her straight after school. She was cooking in the kitchen. I asked her, "Mama, what's your name?" She smiled, stopped cooking, and came down to my height and told me her name. It was a sweet memory, but man, I felt shame that I didn't know that sooner. 2. I visited Rome with my mom when I was 6 or 7. We were standing in a line to go to the toilet in the Colosseum, and she suddenly pointed to a crack in the wall and said that there is something there. I checked it out, and it was a Roman coin. Of course, I thought that it was real and kept it and told everyone I knew about it. I realized that my mom just staged it all only 10 years later. Still amazing memories, though. 3. This was a long time ago, but the first time I got my eyes checked I was in first or second grade or something. The optometrist told my mom I'm almost completely blind in one eye. She looks at me and asks why I wouldn't say anything. I said I thought everyone only had one working eye. 4. I was 42 when I had an epiphany about water towers/tanks. They're not for storing water for an emergency. They're for storing water for water pressure. I figured it out when I wondered why the water never went off when all other utilities went out during storms. Felt pretty stupid. As one commenter said when I posted this before, they're not so towns can put their names on them, as if to say, fuck you. Look how much water we've got. Back in the day, some guys were flying around counting geese and ducks for a migration study. Engrossed in their task, they got lost in the days before GPS, so they buzzed a small town's water tower to read the name, then got out their map. 5. My dad was 50 when he realized that sea glass wasn't a living creature. We realized his stupidity when he said, "Wow, they look just like real glass. Nature is so beautiful." We were like, "What the fuck do you mean?" He thought it was a living animal of some sort that just happens to look and feel like glass. We were big shellers at the time, so he was very familiar with the beach. There's really no explanation for this one. What's the most disgusting thing you've seen a drunk person do? 1. I worked in a wine bar where we had one of those giant spit buckets. If you're at a wine tasting, some people spit to avoid getting hammered. And a drunk girl picked the whole bucket up and started drinking it. Spit from dozens if not hundreds of people. 2. Girl was on something and just pulled down her pants and pooped in front of everyone. Party cleared out real fast after that. 3. I'll see your slip and fall and raise you a. Puked on our floor at his feet. Passed out on couch. Party raged on. Puke stayed where it was. Buddy woke up, expressed interest in strange substance on and around his feet, bent over and started sifting through it with his fingers until he clued in. Same party. Wasted dude was standing in a stupor in various places around our main floor. Head down, eyes closed, but I could tell the hamsters were on the wheel. My guess was had to piss, no idea where the crapper was. Again tuned out, back to the party. Sometime later I could hear my housemate shouting in the kitchen. Turns out Buddy couldn't hold it in and just took it out and started pissing in our kitchen. Luckily, he was right by the back door, and someone just booted him out. 4. Was at a party and went to use the bathroom. I'm taking a piss and I hear someone sobbing in what sounds like the shower. I call out, "Is anyone in here?" and get no response. I pull back the curtain and a fully naked girl is sitting in a tub filled with half water and the rest was puke and poop. Crying. I apologized and went and found the first girl I could to help her. 5. Alcoholic here. I used to drink until I'd pass out. Sometimes I'd pass out with a glass of liquor left out on the table. I'd come to and there would be a roach or two in the liquid. I'd just drink it down without clearing the bugs because it would have waste alcohol. Also me. I would also finish off open beers in the morning or when I woke up. Roaches may have been a thing there too, I never saw, but sometimes I'd piss into empty containers and leave them out. This naturally led to me thinking they were full of beer, and I'd usually realize on the second swallow they were not beer. For the record, I have been sober for 7 years now. These are just a couple of things I am willing to admit.
Thank you so much for watching the video. For more video like this, please subscribe.